I'm pleased to be joined by Nikolai Beckers of Bakcell. Nikolai, thank you for joining us. Now, we're at the Communications Awards, but here I want to talk to you about Bakcell. Tell me a little bit about what they do.
Sure. We're actually the leading mobile operator in Azerbaijan. Azerbaijan, it's a country just at the edge of Europe and roughly 10 million people. We are the market leader on mobile internet, broadband. We have invested quite a lot of money in really state-of-the-art 4G network, and at the moment we are doing quite well. You might have heard that a lot of countries like Azerbaijan, which are heavily oil dependent, went through a little bit of a crisis in the last years. However, we have recuperated really nicely, but we did also some heavy restructuring.
Now, we hear a lot about digitalisation, the new modern world. What does that actually mean?
That of course is one of the major themes of telecoms at the moment. I think you have to break it down in various sections. There's of course the digitalization of the back office. You want to reinvent the core of your business. So that means portions of the network, portions of the IT. But there's another section which of course concerns the front end, how you address the customers, the interaction with the customers. That has to be digitized. Actually, not in order to take the human factor out of it, but to make it more seamless, to make it easier for the customer. And I think that is very, very important. And then there's actually the third, and that for me is the most important portion, that is about the culture of the company. Telecom operators used to be, or actually they are, a bit of a bureaucracy. And very often, of course, you have to run a big process, you have to run the network, which is a rather strict machine, and then you also roll out the whole marketing process with it. So we're pretty good in that, but we're not exactly fast and flexible. And through digitalization, hopefully we're getting actually a little bit more faster and addressing really the needs of the customers.
Now, traditional telcos and operators are having to adapt to this new world with a new customer experience. What are the challenges of addressing that?
One of the challenges, as I mentioned before, is actually the actual organization. So the organization is geared towards one particular process or a set of processes. And the digitalization will really change that. And that requires also a different mentality and a different mindset of the people who work in the organization. So we have to give actually people much more freedom, and they need a purpose. That's actually quite a challenge to change an organization, which is normally driven much more by control and command.
Now, finally, what about Bakcell? What are your plans looking forward 12 to 24 months?
So we will actually continue to invest heavily into the network because that is our core business. And the second challenge, and really something which I want to get off the ground, is to bring this digitalization forward. And as mentioned before, that is quite a challenge, and will probably keep me up at night quite a bit.
Well, Nikolai, it sounds like a great challenge. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks a lot.